Hello and welcome to another episode of the Power Half Hour Unstoppable Business Owner. Tonight's sponsor of our show is Camaraderie Rescue Mission with our 6-month Freedom Boat Club membership raffle. Definitely get your ticket today, worth over $7,500. Each ticket is only worth $100, and don't forget you get your t-shirt with that as well. We also have tonight's other sponsor, Dr. Joe Dituri, with his book, Secrets in Depth, which is in my front room, and I can't get the slide to work. Isn't that amazing? Definitely get your copy today. There we go. On either Amazon or Barnes & Noble. This book is filled with rich, unique information on the gripping military factual thriller that shows the depths of darkness required after 3 decades of service. So definitely get your book today. Let's support Dr. Joe Dittori. And I'm going to bring to the stage Rita Thomas. Thank you so much for joining us, Rita. How are you?
Hey, good. I'm great. Thank you so much for having me.
Absolutely. Our pleasure here. So tell our audience a little bit about yourself and what it is that you do.
Oh, okay. So I am an Air Force veteran and proudly served and enjoyed meeting all kinds of great people. And so I've been a professional photographer for 13 years. And for 12 and a half of those years, I had a day job, a full-time day job. And the reason is because I never could get the income to go, off the roller coaster and be steady each month until I found the automation that I needed to run a business with. So now I sell and service the automation software, and I still do the branding and marketing, pictures and video that you need. So it's a complete package.
Oh wow, that's awesome. So, what kind of photography are you really? I love taking pictures. I can take pictures all day long. But what kind of photography are you really into?
So for my business, I do marketing and branding, but one of my favorite is little animals and just nature. And I feel like that is such a treat when I get to do that because my life goes so fast all the time. I don't usually take the time or have the luxury of sitting around waiting for a cute little animal to come by or for the sky to look just so perfect. And when I get to do that, it's just truly a treat.
Awesome. I love that. It's funny. I used to date a professional photographer, and he let me use his camera once. So we were out in a national park, and I was taking pictures of butterflies, just shooting, and I got one in flight. And he looked at it, and he goes, "Oh my god!" He goes, "I've never been able to do that." And he was a professional, and I was just playing around, and I just loved it. And I also got a Baltimore Oriole in flight too, so that was awesome. I still have the picture
Wow.
somewhere.
Yeah, I've tried. I lived in Monterey, California for a while, so I was always trying to get the seagulls in flight, down by the water, and
Mhm.
trying to. Now I live near Cades Cove and near the Great Smoky Mountains in Tennessee, and
Right.
so boy, I love going over there, and I really like the pictures and just the leaves and the trees, just anything green makes me so happy and peaceful. So I like to take pictures of and have them in my house too.
Love it. And so tell us about this automation software that you have, because I know the first time we talked, you were like so in love with this. And so let's just hear a little bit more about that.
Oh my goodness. So I'll tell you when I still had my day job, and I had heard some people say, well, sometimes you just have to jump and build your parachute as you're falling, right? There's
Mhm.
just some situations where you're never going to have the money or be able to create a safe situation, so you just have to go. Right? I thought, okay, I'm going to have to do that because I never could see a way to um, create the income that I needed to just leave my job
Mhm.
until um, so I found the automation. What it does is think about it. In any given month, if you're only one person and you're trying to touch every single client at every step of their journey, from being a lead to a prospect to a client to a raving fan, first of all, that's exhausting just to think about, right?
Right.
But what you end up doing is you just do, like, you collect leads, a whole bunch of leads at one time, and you're not bringing in any money. Then they buy things. So then your income goes up. Well, now you have to deliver on that promise, whatever it is you promised. So then while you're delivering to those people, you're not making money. Then you need more leads. So then you're working on getting more leads. Then you make more money again because they buy things. And you just create this roller coaster for yourself, and it's exhausting and creates a lot of anxiety. So when you use automation, you can do all of those things at one time. You get leads, you turn them into customers, you deliver the product, and then you create the raving fans. By using automation, some of those tasks that can be done when you're not touching them, so then your income starts to level out. So you're doing all of the things at the same time instead of only focusing on one of them at a time and creating that uncomfortable situation. Yeah.
Right. Right. I love that. Yeah. Because they're so well, that's funny because I don't know if you've ever read the book The 4 Hour Work Week. I forget. He's a famous author and I forget who it is, but I remember reading that a couple times and I'm like, man, that is what I want for 4 hours a
Mhm.
week, and just
Oh
still
yeah.
be able to service our clients, right?
Exactly.
And things like that.
You
And
know, you can serve your clients at a much higher level even, because if you're not feeling on your game or you want to be on vacation, you can still serve clients and do that, restore your own health and well being at the same time. Also, you deliver the highest level of customer service every single time on time when you use automation, instead of relying on how you feel or how busy you are or distracted you are. It just happens because you set it up ahead of time. So you can
right.
actually give better customer service that way too.
Right. So when you say that okay, so with, for instance, your photography that you do for your marketing and that, how does that tie into the automation? I'm just curious. Now
Very
you have
good
me really
question. So when somebody says to me, somebody even just texted me a few minutes ago, I my in my CRM, which is a client relationship management system, it's all tied together. I just tag her that she's interested in headshots, and it starts sending her information about what it's like to work with me, some of my package pricing, where my studio is, asking her a question in an email with a click button answer. And then when she clicks this button, then she gets this answer. When she clicks that button, she gets this other answer. And so all that can happen while I'm driving my car, which is what I've been doing this afternoon. So then once they make an appointment, they can make an appointment. If they have enough information, they can say, all right, I'm ready to make an appointment for their session, or they can make an appointment to talk to me on the phone, which is what usually happens. So then we can work out all the details. All that can happen, and all I need to do is show up at the appointment that's on my calendar, right?
right.
And so all of that communication, though, none of it is robotic. A lot of people feel like, well, automation's robotic, it's cold and impersonal, and my leads or my clients will get bombarded with way too many emails. And none of that is true, because you write the emails in your own voice, how you would speak anyway, and you decide how often they get information and what information they get. So once we get the appointment set, then she goes into another series where she starts receiving information about what to wear for your headshot, things that'll make them feel more comfortable. A lot of people don't like being in front of the camera. So those emails are to reassure them they've made a very wise decision. They're going to be in great hands. They're lighthearted, so they know that I'm a friendly person who's going to put them at ease and answer any question they might have. If they want hair and makeup, I offer that. And just through those emails, those all go out automatically. And then text messages too. And so as their day approaches, they start getting these reminders. And I do usually talk to them live on the phone. It's within a couple days of their appointment, make sure they don't have any questions. And then we get to the not the interview,
Mhm.
the session, and they are well prepared. They know exactly what's going to happen, and we take the pictures. And as soon as that happens, then I start sending them little more emails. So all those things happen automatically, and I can serve many more clients that way. And
Mhm.
they feel very nurtured and taken care of in that process. So they don't feel like they've been part of a mechanical thing at all.
Right. So this system, would that be good for any type of business then?
Yeah, I have not found a business that an integrated client relationship management system is not good for. So there's a double negative. It's pretty much good for any business. It's good. Most of my clients are service-based businesses, but it's also great for a manufacturing kind of someone who makes things, because there's a whole inventory option and a shopping cart option
Oh,
also.
wow. Wow. That's awesome.
Yeah, it
That
is.
that is so. And so then you were able to get rid of your day job then, and you do your business full time
I
with
got
this
rid of it.
automation.
Yep, I got rid of it. So, right,
That's
so
awesome.
I serve my clients two ways, with the automation and with the branding and pictures and video that they need to market their business. And that's what we're doing with the automation. The automation can go out away from your company, like to your clients and leads. And it can also be used internally to keep yourself on track and assign tasks to people on your staff as well. So you can use automation within your company, and you can also, of course, deliver information outside your company.
Right. Wow, that's awesome. That's unique. I don't think I've ever heard. I mean, back in the day when I had a travel business, we had I forget what it's called now, but it was some kind of lead generation program where
Mm-hmm.
and some kind of customer service thing so that you could, you get their information and then you can email them and it's like it goes on a campaign type thing for you.
Yes. Yes.
That was cool back then. That was
Yeah.
several years ago.
Yeah. And so this is pretty much the same thing. It's just way, way better.
Right.
It's just
Awesome.
getting better all the time. And I'll tell you one more thing. This software comes with a separate business phone line. A lot of people are running their business through their personal cell phone, and you will be amazed at how great it is to have the phone integrated with your CRM. For example, I was talking to someone on the phone today while I was driving. That phone call is now part of her contact record in my CRM. So every time I talk to someone on the phone, have a text message with them, it's all listed right there. Next time I'm going to reach out to her, I can say, oh, yeah, we talked about that on that day. Right. The last time we talked, oh, she said this. So mentally, I can be ready with an answer or bring that up and let her know that she's been on my mind and I remember what she said in our last
Right.
conversation.
That is awesome. That is awesome.
It's great.
So normally there's two questions I ask our guests on this show. And that the first one is, what are the three things that you've had to overcome in life and in business to get to where you're at today? That's the first question.
Wow. Well, I'll tell you, in life, I was a very naive, innocent. I grew up on a farm in Ohio. Actually, I grew up when I left Ohio. Ba-dum-bum. And so I joined the Air Force, and for the first year and a half, I think I just pretty much said, "People really do that," you know. And so it was a lot to overcome, and I did. I had some really good, kind, caring people that had a velvet boot, and would just say, "Come on, this is what the world is like. Let's go."
Mhm.
And so, I probably have had to overcome some tough stuff, but I think I pretty much, once I put it behind me, then I don't think about it too much. But in business, the biggest hurdle for me, aside from actually figuring out how to run a business, besides my photography. I really have had to do a lot of work to identify my ideal client, one, and work on being able to speak and declare my pricing and stay firm. Yeah.
Right.
So for most of those 12, 13 years, I would say, they would say, how much do you charge for this or that? And I would say, well, I charge $2.99, but for you, I can give a discount. I mean, like, boom, the discount just came right out. I would think of a reason to give someone a discount because I was afraid of my own price. And
Mhm.
so I really had to work hard for that because I had a product that I was selling that I could not afford, right, on my salary. And
Mhm.
so I thought it was a lot of money. And so that came through loud and clear every time I talked to someone. So I really had to work through that. And it took a while. But now
Right.
I'm very comfortable with my pricing and I proudly can declare it. And then I help people understand why the pricing is the way it is and what they get for it.
Right. Well, and the results you offer, right? Because I mean, yeah, somebody could go somewhere cheaper, but are they going to get the results? And that's what in this the pandemic has been a blessing and a curse, because everybody now is can go to the internet and get a bunch of things for free, but really, are you paying for that person's expertise? And yeah, you could get it for free, but also that person's not going to help you every step of the way, and be
Right.
there for them, right?
Yeah.
And so that's why, um you're right, we have to be firm in our pricing, and it's taken me some time with that too, I have to admit.
Yeah.
Um because it's just like, well, I could get that for free from so and so. Okay, well then
There you go.
you know
Yep.
go ahead.
And like
Yeah.
with this software that I sell and service, you can buy it straight from the company if you want. I actually have a better price than the company. They give us a better price,
Mhm.
but you can buy software from anyone, including straight from Keep. Keep is a software that I sell, but you're not going to get me. You if you bought software from someone like straight from the company, you would have to pay for my support. Whereas if you buy it through me, you get my support.
Mhm. Right. And
So
that's
that's big, having someone holding your hand.
right. Absolutely. Absolutely. And so what three things would you say you help your customers overcome?
Well, first of all, I help them make more money with less stress. And I'll describe that. So before I found the automation, I had, I just had a house of cards, like sticky notes all over around my computer. I had stacks of legal pads that had a lot of really important information in it that I never could find again when I needed it. All of my contacts were in Google Contacts and Gmail. And I just didn't have a system. My entire business was in my head, right? And in these
Mhm.
sticky notes. And so I would walk around all the time trying to remember everything I needed to do and everything that happened and which client was at what stage of sales. And I would go to bed at night and I would lay my head down and I would try not to fall all the way completely asleep, because maybe that way I would remember everything that's in my head. And I could just see things falling out of my head onto the pillow. Like, oh my God, I'm going to forget to do something. So how many nights in a row do you think you can not fall all the way asleep and then be really productive the next day and get more work done?
Right.
It is a recipe for disaster. So that's the peace of mind is something that I did not know that I was going to get when I bought the software. And so I sleep better now because I know it's happening for me in the background. So that's two things. So you can make more money with less stress, you get the peace of mind. So you can be like when you're sitting on the couch with your family watching together, your mind is still on work. You're still worried about your business, right? You're there in the room with them, automate things, and you get that peace of mind. You can really be fully present with your family, and it will make a world of difference. And the third thing is literally time savings. I've had people tell me they've saved anywhere from 1 hour to 10 hours a week by not doing some of these tasks that are on autopilot. So, what would you do with that time? Some people put it right back in the business. They have more sales conversations, they meet more people, more networking. Some people put it into a hobby or caring for spending time with friends. And then a lot of people, they want to spend more time with their family. So they take that time and do whatever they want with it. Meanwhile, you're not ignoring your business. Your business is actually operating at a higher function. So reclaiming time is the third thing.
Wow. I love that.
I love it
I
too.
absolutely love that. Yeah, and just making notes here. Um, yeah, I totally get that. I mean, I was just on vacation for a couple days here,
Wow, it was
for a
so
week.
great.
Yes, and it was just I needed to get out of here. I needed to get away from the desk and just, away from the business and all that, and come back renewed and refresh, and um, thinking, what's the next game plan? What is that game plan, or the next step for the business? And so, yeah, I love that. And I love what you said, having that peace of mind, being able to be present with your family instead of worrying,
Yeah.
what's next? Like, what did you forget? Right.
Yes.
And, get rid of all those sticky notes on your on
Right.
your computer. So I love that. I love that. And where can people? Where's the best place that you want people to reach you? Rita?
So I have a website. It's called Rita Thomas Enterprises.com.
Perfect.
And everything's explained on there, and you can reach me through messaging, and I will be happy to reach back and chat with you and explain anything. You can set up an appointment with me to just learn more about the automation or the photography.
Right. Awesome. I love that. I did put it in the comments, but I also have all that information in the show notes. So that is awesome. I just love your passion for your automation and your photography and helping clients and having that peace of mind and just really allowing your clients to say, "Hey, listen, this is it," right? So I love that you do that for your clients. I love it.
Thank you. And thank you so much for having me. I always enjoy chatting with you.
Thank you. Yes, I enjoy chatting with you too. I I I knew as soon as I met you that it was definitely, we had to have you on here, so that you can explain what it is that you do, how you service and help your clients. And of course, another veteran on the show. So that's awesome. Thank you
Yay,
for your
veterans.
service.
Yes, you're welcome.
uh, yes, thank you so much. And did you want to leave our guests with any last minute tips or anything that you want to leave our guests with?
Well, I will tell you, if you're a business owner and you don't have a CRM yet, or you have one and you really don't know how to use it, I can help you. And I will be happy to do that. I have a package right now that I'm just starting to offer. It takes you all the way from your free opt in through your masterclass, your workshop, all the way to your ultimate package. It's completely automated. So people go through that process and they purchase things from you without you actually. Now that ultimate package, you'll need to have a conversation with them, but you're going to have people knocking on your door ready to buy your ultimate package after they've already spent money with you through this system that I have available, and it's very affordable. You can do it in 4 weeks, 4 days, or 4 hours. And
Wow.
I do all the real heavy lifting, and you just have a tiny bit of homework every night.
Love that. Love that. Awesome. All right, folks. Well, thank you so much, Rita, for being on the show today. Definitely go to www.ritathomasenterprises.com.
Enterprises. Thank you.
Enterprise, right? Enterprise. I did right. That's what I did type out. I'm just making sure. Right. So check Rita out, and definitely, if you have any questions, definitely get a hold of Rita. And we just thank you so much for being here tonight. And don't forget, same time, same channel next week. And have fun in all that you do, and be unstoppable. Bye for now, folks.